Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Encrypted, and this has been a crazy week for Ethereum. A shout out to people who have made the profit this week. I still believe that it will reach even 2k and even 5k. It has the potential, but hey, I'm not a financial advisor. So whatever I say, don't take it as a financial advice. I'm here just to help you build up the knowledge. Today's topic is even more interesting as I'm going to help you take the first step towards the technical analysis. But if you're still waiting to get started with Binance, I have given the link of my first video from the last week in the description. I highly recommend that you watch that video first so you have your own account with Binance. Now, why to delay? Let's get started. So, before we deep dive into the dark secrets of technical analysis, it is really important to understand how candlestick charts are working. Some people starts buying crypto when it's at its peak because of the fear of missing out, and believe me, I have done the same thing. On the other hand, when there's a dip, they start to do panic selling. But what if you know exactly when to buy and when to sell? Crypto trading is really hard and it requires a lot of patience and practice to do the technical analysis effectively. It is really important to know when you should enter the trade and when you should exit to maximize your profit. In order to understand the mechanics behind candlestick chart, I have taken the real-time price chart of Bitcoin in euros, and on the top left you can see you can select the specific time period that you want to set for your chart. I have selected 5 minutes, and now each candle inside this chart depicts 5 minutes. The green candles are the bullish candles, whereas the red ones are bearish candles. Let's zoom in a little bit. This line here is known as a wick. The top wick depicts the high price, whereas the bottom one depicts the lower price. Let's look at the candlestick charts individually now. So we already know that there is a bullish candlestick and a bearish candlesticks. We already talked that this is called a wick, and the top depicts the high and the bottom depicts the low. For the bullish candlestick, this is the open price and this is the close. Whereas for the bearish candlesticks, this is the open and this is the close. Now let's have a closer look at the different types of candlestick charts. These are the most famous candlestick charts. This is a doji type where open and close are virtually the same. This one is the hammer. There is a very small difference among open, close and high. This is inverted hammer, where there is a small difference among open, close and the low. This is dragonfly doji. Open, high and close are basically the same. Whereas this is called as gravestone doji, where open, low and close are the same. This one here is hanging man doji, where high and close are the same with the longer lower tail. So now that we have seen different types of candlestick charts, let's see how you can read the candlestick charts. So now we know that there are only two components, two major components of a candlestick charts. This here, this is called as a body, and this one here is a wick. So body tells you who are in control, and in this case, strong buyers are in control. However, there is some rejection from the seller. So in this session, this was the highest point, highest price which was reached during this time period, but they were rejecting the price, making it to the further down, and finally it closed here during that particular time. Now let's look at one of the types that I showed earlier. Let's look at this one. Here you see that weak buyers are in control, whereas there is a very strong rejection from the price. Yes, in this case it opened at a low point and closed at a higher point than the open one, but still you see there is a longer tail from above, which shows really strong sellers are in control. Particularly in this case, if you see, I told you that there is a very strong price rejection. I know that it's green, but because of the price rejection, it makes it a bearish candlestick. So you also have to pay attention not just to the body and to the wick, but also the size of the body relative to the wick. Now that you have a little bit knowledge about different types of candlestick charts and how to read one, I would highly recommend that you go to the real time price of any coin that you like, be it Ethereum or Bitcoin, and try to identify these different types of candlestick charts. And in the next week, we will talk about different types of technical indicators which will help you to draw support and resistance lines on your charts. And until then, hold your crypto. And I see you next week.